Hello, students. Welcome to the lesson, and let's start our today's lesson, Unit 38. And our topic is War and Peace. Are you ready? Okay, let's start. Let's start with some new collocations. And the first one is broke out. Broke out. Say it again. Okay, broke out means suddenly started. For example, war suddenly started. War broke out. All out war. All out. Total. A complete. All out war. Total war. Opened fire. Started shooting. Opened fire. Started shooting. Okay, good. So, and now let's move on to some collocations. For example, bring out peace. It's a collocation. Bring out peace. Example, it will be not easy task to bring out peace in this area. Good. The next one, negotiate a peace agreement. It can be useful to invite a neutral country to help negotiate a peace agreement. So, the next collocation, call a truce. Ceasefire. Also, a ceasefire has been called for the duration of the peace. Next one, sign a peace treaty. Sign a treaty. At the end of the war, all the countries involved signed a peace treaty in Paris. Lasting peace. Hopes for a lasting peace are unfortunately fading fast. The next one, peace activist. Peace activists around the world staged a series of massive demonstrations against the war. Next one, keep the peace. Example, after the war was over, UN troops were sent into the troubled area to help keep the peace there. Restore order. Soldiers were sent in to restore order after the uprising. Okay, here you can see the collocations related to the piece. Now let's move on to the text. Let's read the text. So, are you ready? Let's start. You can see highlighted words and definitions. When war broke out, my grandfather joined the army. War was declared on his 25th birthday. He didn't want to go to the war, but he had no choice. The government were sending troops to the south, where they expected fierce fighting. At first, they were just minor incidents, but soon it developed into all-out war. My grandfather has told me how terrified he was the first time he came within firing range of the enemy. They saw him and opened fire, but he was able to escape. A couple of his friends, though, were killed or taken prisoner. After several months, our army went into action. In the first, so here you can see the next sentence. After several months, our army went into action in the first decisive battle. of the war. The battle raged for several days. My grandfather said he hated being involved in fighting the war and that the only armies we should have should be peacekeeping forces. He can never forget the horrors of war, and he believes that we must do everything we can to avoid war in the future. I agree. So, okay, now that's the end for today, and see you in the next lessons. Goodbye.